It's
See,
a twofold thing. And this is actually one of the core principles in my classes in education. One of the most toxic mindsets that we give to humans is from day one, we are flooded with media that pitches us this concept of a soulmate. You're not going to have to say anything. Your eyes are going to connect. You're going to all of a sudden be telepathic. You both will be mind readers, and you don't have to say anything. And if someone can't connect you on that level, they're not your soulmate. That is so toxic. It is so incorrect. It is not how human beings work. And one of the biggest core principles of my education is breaking down this toxic mindset of your soulmate, that you don't have to speak and that no words are ever communicated and that they just read your body language and it's flawless. Because that happens 1% of the time. And the other 99% we're left, well, then we don't have something special. I shouldn't have to say anything. You should just know. Putting the burden on our partners to be mind readers is unfair, and they're never going to be able to meet those expectations. And the more that we make communication okay, and most importantly, the less pressure we put in the bedroom. Pressure is a boner killer, it's an orgasm killer, it's a mood killer. Not everyone's going to be compatible in the bedroom. You can do everything right. You can have your communication right. And you can still have a partner that's not going to want to go where you want to go. You have to be okay with that. Your choices are accepting them or breaking up with them. But staying in a relationship and being resentful that they're not magically transforming into your perfect ideal partner is toxic and unfair to the both of you.
I think you're absolutely right, Rain. And if you'll indulge me for a moment, I think a lot of this not only comes from that idea of the soulmate, which we've been sold, but I think also in media, we see people having sex or hooking up or whatever TV or movies that we're watching, and it does tend to be telepathic. It's very unspoken, throw you against the wall. Now we're on the bed, now the clothes are off, now a bunch of orgasms are happening, and not a word has been spoken.
Fantasy. That is fantasy. It is a movie. I hate to break it to you, Eric. Movies are not real life.
They're scripted.
but I'm curious because, and I'm gonna, Sampson, just as a heads up, I'm gonna throw this to you in a second. Recently, Reba and I were watching this Netflix series called Sex Education. It's a British television show, which is fantastic, and it has models of people having sex and talking to each other and saying, "Here is what I want," or somebody saying, "Tell me what you want." Yeah, and I think we just don't have those models for most of our lives of seeing that in the media that we consume. So, Sampson, I know as a filmmaker, is that something that you're conscious of when you're writing scenes, when you're filming anything in your work?
Well, first I was still stuck on Reba when she was saying, somebody said, tell me what you want. See, I don't know. That depends right there on what night you catch me on, because my partner might ask, tell me what you want. And I might say, let me go to sleep. That's what I want, but that's going to kill the mood. As far as filmmaking, though, I really strive to just tell very honest stories. It's since I have to deal with so many of those awkward moments going through life and really learn the reality, like we're breaking down tonight. You get to include those because those types of experiences are the things that make for a more impactful story. So I think it's really important to include that in there because I think that's what makes a great movie is when you can look at it and you can say that was really honest. And so if you include those elements in there, then that's how you create something that will always stand the test of time and really relates to people.